All right, there's some things that we do when we're out and about, everyday things that actually are kind of disrespectful.
Okay.
Top 5 here. Number 5, you park in designated spaces that don't pertain to you. Handicap spots, special pickup spots, dropping somebody off at the airport. You pull in that little lane there. You're not supposed to be there and park there to get out and hug and all that stuff. You're supposed to keep moving. It's kind of disrespectful.
No.
Where the sign says, reserved for the superintendent, and you park there. It's disrespectful.
Well, that I understand. But the lane at the airport, you're dropping off and picking up, and maybe you're not going to see him for another 6 months or ever. I'm getting out to hug you. Sorry.
Something we see on the highway a lot. People who drive in the left lane and just drive slowly and don't move.
Listen, look in your rear view mirror. If somebody is riding your backside, move over.
Neighbors who don't respect quiet hours, like especially after midnight.
Yeah, our neighbors are the worst with that.
Now, and here's the thing, too. Wintertime comes down to a question, is it okay to snow blow your driveway at 5 a.m. in the dark? No one can hear you.
Well, they can hear you. Depending on where their bedrooms are, they can hear you. Reality, though, depends on your snowblower, too.
Number 2, parents of kids who run amok in public spaces. And, mom and or dad just let them do whatever and say, he's just hyper today. And just let him go. Kids in your face talking to you and they're making messes and all. Then they're just oblivious to it all. Disrespectful. And the number one thing, I've seen this happen in the grocery store, abandoning things. You've got them and then you're going to buy them. And you say, no, I'm not going to buy it. But
you find something else like on an end cap, which is what you actually wanted.
Right. But you don't want to walk all the way back to put it back where it was. You just drop it off there. It's like, somebody else will find it.
The worst, though, is when it's something that needs to, remain refrigerated or stay over the warming things. And, you find a rotisserie chicken
in the freezer
that was warm. Not only just in the freezer or, on the shelf next to the crackers. What it's supposed to stay warm. Or you have something that came out of, the American cheese that's prepackaged and you toss that on a shelf next to the chips. Why? I've done it before where I get up to the counter, though, and I'm like,
I know.
You know what? I've handed it back to them and said, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to get this one because my husband just texted and said we've got 3 of them at home or whatever. Yeah. Then they can put it back where it belongs.
People do it and they just don't
I'm
care.
going to add one more thing to the list. Mm-hmm. Letting your kids out at school, but you're on the inside lane. And now when they open the car door and they have to walk out, now they're crossing traffic. There's cars coming and going. Super dangerous and pretty rude.
South to drop off, north to pick up.
No, it's not even that. It's the interior lane where the car's trying to snake between you. I'm triggered right now. I am.
Get more info on the super disrespectful things that we do. A lot of them right now. Yes FM, Facebook, Exit 967, Yes FM, and the Mercy Morning page at yesfm.com.